happened? What happened?
Well, you don't want to hear the story because it's kind of disappointing that the greatest nation in the world needed an enemy to do what we knew we should have done. And so, big words, it was a geopolitical imperative to make sure that we beat the Soviet Union and we proved our dominance. So we had to be the first to get to the moon. And the Apollo program was planned to be much longer than it was, but once it was assured that we had beat the Soviets, then people who make decisions in the little puzzle place where I live decided that they didn't need to spend that money anymore, and so we moved on to something else.
And what did you move on to?
Well, we eventually moved on to the space shuttle, but it took a number of years. I think everybody here knows, we had a couple of fits and starts. We did Apollo-Soyuz, which was really important, where we brought the Soviets and Americans together. We launched from here on a Saturn V and took a crew and rendezvoused with the Russians who had come up on a Soyuz. That was 1975, and then we had 3 flights of Skylab, which was our early attempt at a space station, and that went pretty well. And then we finally phased into the space shuttle program, which was incredible because it lasted 30 years. So that proved that if we set our minds to it, we can do something. The problem was we became operational. NASA's not an operational unit, and so my big hope, people ask me what's the difference between Apollo and where we are today going to the moon. The thing is that I think NASA is out front leading not just the nation but the world in exploration. And as we learn things, we're handing them off to the private sector. We're not launching on NASA spacecraft anymore. When the next humans launch from the complex here, they'll be on commercial spacecraft owned and operated by an aeronautics company. And we'll take it like a rental car, and when we're finished, we'll take it back and say, fix the tire, it was a good car, it was a good ship, but we'll give it back to them.
And when's that going to happen?
Well, if all goes well, next year. We've got one flight that Boeing has to fly, a test flight. It'll be a demonstration where they fly to the International Space Station, dock it comes back, and once that's done, and then SpaceX has already done that. So SpaceX hopefully will fly their first crewed mission sometime next year, and then Boeing will fly. And then there's another little company, we may pass it, there's a little bitty company called Blue Origin that has, I think it's the second largest facility here on the site. That's really impressive, and I consider them to be like the tortoise and the hare. Everybody else is running out there. Blue Origin's kind of creeping back here, but they're launching and they're doing stuff. So we've got a number of other companies. Another company called Virgin Galactic has already flown humans to space. It's like Alan Shepard did, up and down, but that's their business. It's what we call suborbital spaceflight. And they are going to fly, I believe, normal paying customers before this year is over.
How much is a ticket?
Well, you don't want to know. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what.
General, he's got it. He's good.
But for people, you could easily get a ticket to fly on Virgin Galactic, because I actually think they're in the tens of thousands to maybe 100,000 or something like that.
I think it's 200.
Now, when you get to orbital space flight,
200,000.
Then you're talking millions. But it'll come down.
Could he ride first class? Because that's really what he's accustomed to.
But Tom, you'd be a real fly jock then.
But now
you
ought to be asking them, because they're the ones that are making it possible.
Yeah.
I'm an old guy. I'm just sitting here like you. I'm watching and waiting. I want to hear.
Because I'm ready to party.
Yeah. And you've always said you wanted to broadcast from the moon.
I did.
So, yeah.
I do. Yeah.
You can do that.
All right.
Right?
Yeah. Kim Carter and Barbara Brown, I just, as I said, I am just in awe of you, because I didn't wash out as a pilot, but once I got past balancing equations in chemistry, I was pretty much done, you know what I'm saying? But I just love the possibilities, and talking to young people especially, and young black women, knowing what you all do, and the kinds of looks that you get, in talking about this, especially after the movie Hidden Figures came out. We read the book, but the movie really had such an impact.